people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond, and if you haven't been here before, I live a whole food, plant-exclusive, SOFAs-free, gluten-free lifestyle for health and well-being. SOFAs is salt, oil, flour, alcohol, sugar-free, and gluten-free as well. And today, I thought we would talk about my weighted vest. So I get a ton of questions and people really wanting me to share what am I wearing in my videos? Is that a weighted vest? Could I recommend a weighted vest? Why do I wear a weighted vest? And on and on and on. And if you haven't seen the original weighted vest video that I have, that was probably a while back, I will link it here and you can check it out. So I thought that I would not only come on and talk about the weighted vest that I'm wearing, but this particular vest isn't available for purchase anymore. I bought it quite a while ago, many years ago, and you know, I just feel like I wanted to find a weighted vest company or particular vest that you can purchase that I could share with you. And so that's what I've been doing. I ordered a bunch of vests and I tried to get a lot of different price ranges. And the truth is, the less expensive vests that I tried, you know, they weren't really made very well. They had the Velcro on some of them, but it was very, very thin and flimsy. The weights were super bulky. And I just thought it wasn't even worth my time or your time in watching it to talk about those. So I returned all of that and I went ahead and purchased some other ones in a higher price point and just kind of thought, okay, maybe this will be better. And as it turned out, it is better, and so I'm excited to share with you. So I just want you to know that this is the original vest that I have on the original video, and this is the current vest that I wear. It's in all of my videos so far, and I just kind of wanted to talk about the difference between this one and the ones that I'm going to show you. So this vest has Velcro, and you just kind of loop it around here into these little loops, and then you can close it up this way. And the same thing here, right? I should just do that, hold on. You put it in here, and that is how this one stays around you. And it's nice because, you know, because of how it's hooked, you can squeeze it to make it tighter or loosen it either way. And then it has all these pockets. So the pockets can fit these weights in it. And these weights have sand in them. These are 2 pounds each. And I have a ton of these. And I also use some smaller weights that I have from there. Here they are. These are from my ankle weights, and these are half-pound weights. And so this vest also starts out by weighing 1 pound. And so the idea of whatever vest I choose or whatever vest you look at, consider the ability to be able to take out the weights, put them in, and adjust it. This way you can start out the way that I did if you decide to do this, which was just just the vest. No weights, just the 1 pound vest. And then over time I graduated and I started to put in a half pound, and when I got to 2 pounds then I could move to the 2 pounder and so on. This one has weights that you could put in on the front and the back, and it's the same. You just flip open the Velcro and you can put it in the pockets. I also like the design because the shoulder pads are cushioned, and that's really important for me because I need it to be comfortable. I wear it very often, and that was a really great feature that I really enjoy, is having the cushioned shoulders. Another thing is that this particular vest goes over your head. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off and show you. So I can just fit it right in over my head, and there you go. Now, when I purchased this one, I had no idea if that was good or not, but that's the one that I chose, and that's what I've been working with so far. And so now I'm just gonna take this and move it aside, and let's start talking about some of the other ones that I have been looking at that I think are pretty good options. Okay, so the first vest is by a company called Hyperwear. And I have no affiliation with any of these. This is just what I found to be, you know, what I liked. And I thought that they had great reviews. And so I decided to get the Hyperwear. This vest is not a pullover vest. It's actually a real zipper up vest. And the material, I'm not sure what the material is made of, but it is a thinner, soft material. And when I first got it, the vest was actually empty when I first got it delivered. And so in here, there were some of these boxes that had the individual weights in them. And this is 5 pounds worth of weight. So each one of these is a pound. And you can see that it's a little bit, it's a lot actually thinner than the current ones I have, but it's also a pound lighter. I made a mistake. The weights that we were looking at are not actually 1 pound. They're half pound. They're half pound. So these are half pound, and the one that I currently have in the vest that came with the vest that I wear are 2 pounds. But I use a half pound weight that came in my weighted ankle weights, but these are half pound. So I'm sorry for the confusion. And so it's a total of 10 pounds that will fit in this beautiful vest here. And so just wanted to clarify that. All right, moving on. And so the material here seems a little stronger than the current one that I have. And how you do this is you actually have them put in from the inside, which is really interesting. And I'm going to show you right here. And you saw my vest, you put it in on the outside. And so the bottom one just has a little pocket. The top one has like a little little flap. And so regardless of where you're going to put it, you would just put it right in there, and there you go. And I'm going to put one in here just to show you that you just lift the flap up, and you go ahead, and you kind of have to squeeze it in there. It's a very giving material, you can see, and then you just cover it like that. Now, I'm wondering just kind of if we could fit more than one in a pocket. And look at that, you can. Now, I don't know that I would actually do that with this one because it's in the inside, but I kind of just decided I wanted to check that out. This particular one is a size small, and what I really like about it is the sides are adjustable, and they're adjustable with this little lace here, and you can just squeeze this little thing here, and when you push down and hold it, then you have the ability to move it. And when you let go, it stops and kind of holds it in its place. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. I currently have, let's see. I don't have obviously all the pockets filled because we have more weights in here. But let's just go ahead and put this on. Hold on. So different, right? If you don't want something going over your head, this is a great find, you know. And then you can just zip it up. And the zipper is really nice. And then depending on your situation upstairs, you can just adjust yourself, which is what I like to do. And if it's too tight, if it's too loose, you just adjust it. And what's great is you can use the adjust down here, and you can adjust all the way up and have it wider wherever you might want it wider, and then you can tighten it wherever you want it a little bit more snug. It doesn't have to be the exact same evenness throughout, which is great. And so you have the two adjustments on both sides, and you do have this extra piece here. You can cut it shorter. I would definitely make sure to somehow make sure that the ends won't fray, or you can, you know, tie them or tuck them, but you have that flexibility. Now, this is in the inside, and it's actually very comfortable, considering that there's these, you know, weights that we just looked at, that this shape, you know, it's kind of bulky, but it feels good. Now, I was concerned about this one because there's no weight on the upper part, you know, it's all lower here. And same with on the back. It's not on the upper part of the back. And so my concern for myself was, am I going to be able to have the extra weight distributed along the, you know, the back and the spine area evenly, so that I can build muscle all the way? Because the spine, for me, I want to build the tissues around it and help to have the bone density, bone mass grow. Anyways, I do want to say that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when I go live or post new videos, and give this a thumbs up. I'd love you to help me spread the word to others about my channel, and give me a comment. Let's chat. I just would love to hear your thoughts on this particular vest, vests in general, any questions you might have for me and my experience. But I also want to say that if you have never worn anything like this, please, please talk to your medical professional, and just make sure that it's safe for you before you start doing anything that's new, especially if you're dealing with osteoporosis like me, or any other type of back, spine injury or problem at all, because I am not giving out medical advice. I'm just sharing with you my own personal experience, what I wear, and some new ones that I'm considering. So let's get back to talking about the vest. But at any rate, I do think this is a nice vest depending on your goals. And I'm just going to grab, I've just had a thought here. I'm going to grab my old vest, the one that I actually have, and I just want to show you the difference in the weights. 1 second. This one does, obviously it doesn't give, right? Because it's these big things and they're on the outside and it's kind of bulky. Whereas these, they give. So if I need to bend over, or if I'm, you know, moving my legs around, it just kind of gives and moves a little more. And so that I thought was really nice. So moving on, I'm going to go ahead and take this vest off, and let's get another. Okay, the next one is this by the same company, and it's a different model, and it's the Hyperwear also. And I just didn't even realize that these were the same company. This particular one is called the Hyper Vest Pro, and so let's take a look at it. It's a little bit different than the first one, which was the Hyperwear. But it also has a lot of similarities, right? It's got the zipper up vest. It's got the weights. These weights came already in the vest, and it's got a similar thing where the sides just lace up so you can adjust it the same way here with this little adjuster, and you just push this down and move it, and when you release it, it holds it in place. So push down and move it. And let's go ahead and look at the weights for a minute. Now, this material is really nice too. It's a light color, and these go in on the outside. So I just want to show you what the inside looks like. And let's show you how they have them installed in the outside. So each one of these pockets has like a little flip, just like that, and you just kind of maneuver it, and then you push from the bottom, and you can push this right out, and this is 1/7 of a pound. So this gives us a lot of flexibility, being 1/7 of a pound, and I've never had a weighted vest or a weighted anything that has such small increments. I do know that when I read the instructions, it did say that these you can stack, although it didn't come with extras, but just to show you how that works, let's go ahead and pull this and just try it out, because I never have. And look at that. Oh yeah. So, and then it's just a matter of kind of feeding it in there. So you probably would be able to order these bars, and I did not check that out, but I would make that assumption. And even if you couldn't, it's nice to be able to move these around. So you could put, the way I like to have a little bit heavier weight in the back, I can move some of these from the front and put it in the back and kind of double up like this, just to make sure that I have it that way. I'm going to go ahead and take this back out. And yeah, let's just compare for a minute. So we've got this one that's in this vest, and we've got the 1/2 pound that came in the Hyperwear vest. And this one, of course, is the Pro. And this is the one that I'm currently using. So there's a lot to think about in terms of how the weight is distributed. But again, having this be able to be taken out and adjusted and moved around, big win for me. I really, really like that. There are a lot of vests that are more cost effective, and they may or may not have the ability to take the weights out. And so if you already have been wearing something, or you're already accustomed to the weight and you don't need to grow into it, and you're want to have something that's not as pricey as this one, and we'll talk about price at the end, that is something to consider. And they sell weighted vests everywhere. Even I've seen them at Walmart but they can't, the ones that I've seen, you cannot take the weights out. It's just sand, and they just kind of stitch it in. So anyhow, let's go ahead and put this one on. And oh my goodness, the material is great. And the shoulder pads, on the other one they're nothing like the current one that I have. There's not anything like that thick support, but it does still feel good to me. And so I don't have to worry about putting it over my head. It is stretchy, which is nice, because, look at the materials. You can see that it gives. And you want to kind of have it on the snugger side. You would like to have it snug, just so that the weights are close to you. And I'm just going to move this for a minute. And then, if you are bigger on top, you can just adjust and make yourself feel comfortable. And the same goes true with this one. You go ahead and adjust it like we talked about here. You can make it wider or thinner on the top and the bottom, or you can have it the same. The flexibility is wonderful. And so here you go. You can see the difference on this one, whereas the weights go all the way, a lot higher. I can't reach, let's see, to here, versus the other one I think was much lower. And so I really like that feature about this vest, and I really like the small increments. So I got really excited about this vest. And so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take this one off. Let's just look at the flexibility on this one. So it gives even more, obviously, because they're smaller. It just makes sense. And the color is light, and we'll talk about what the material is in a little bit. And so this is the second vest that I have to show you. Okay, I'm going to take it off, and we're going to go for the third vest. Okay, so the next one, I have 2 boxes here, but they're the same vest in 2 different sizes. And this is called the Hypervest Elite. And so It's still the same company. I really didn't realize that I was buying all the same company, but I just, again, really thought that the reviews were great, and I got excited about the different weights and so forth. So let's take a peek at this one. This one is really nice because it has reflectors on it, and if you're going to be out jogging, well, not that I never jog wearing a weighted vest, but if you're out at night where it's dark, it's nice to have that feature. And it's also on the back, on the top. Now this one has also an orange rope that's on the side for adjustment, which is also nice, and you could be seen in the dark. So I really like those two things. Again, they're the same features, so it has the adjustable little push circle right here that we talked about earlier. And we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the way that this one is put together. So I want to show you that the back side is all sewn in, and this is really, really similar to the last one, the Hyper Vest Pro. And so again, this one came with everything already in it. Let me just take this one out. So we lift and kind of pull, it's a little snug. And then once you get underneath the material, you can push from the bottom. There we go. And then I'm just pushing from the bottom to get it out. And there you go. This is also 1/7 of a pound. So it's the same as the Hypervest Pro. And again, the Hyperwear was the 1/2 pound and mine was the 2 pounds. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this one back in here. And the Hypervest Elite and the Hypervest Pro have very similar features. So again, you can move this around and stack 2 on top if you want. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this back in, and it's kind of tight. So this one, the material goes way, way, way up here, and you got to make sure that you're actually underneath it. There we go, and then you can put this back on. And once you have it adjusted, you won't really be needing to take the weights in and out. Adding weights, you know, as you graduate is probably it. I haven't really had to do much of that with the current vest that I have, and that's been really great. I just want to talk about, before I put this one on, the material. It says that it's 100% polyester fabric, and the weights are zinc-plated steel. This is designed in USA, and it's made in Vietnam, fabric made in Republic of Korea, and so this particular one is polyester. What does that mean for someone who lives in Arizona? Hot in here. So that might be a consideration if you're wearing this all the time and you're in a hot climate. So let's go ahead and put this one on, and then we can see how this one fits. So again, they're all the same. It just worked out that way, and I just really, really like these. There we go. Little adjustment. Again, not putting it over the head, which is kind of nice. We have the side adjustments here. You can tuck these in. This is what it looks like from the back side. And I really, really like this one. I have this one on, and I have 2 boxes here, and I just want to go over, why do I have a second one of the same thing? Because I originally ordered a medium, and these are smalls. All of these are smalls, and I didn't realize about the adjustments on the side when I first ordered it, and I was concerned that it was a small might be, you know, with the zipper, that it wouldn't be able to be adjusted the way that you can actually adjust it. So since I already had it, I just thought I would show it to you so you can see the difference in length, since I have it here, of the medium versus the small. And let me just take it out for a second. So if you take a look here, this one comes right, let's see, my hips are here, and so it just comes slightly below my hips, but I can still move my legs and bend and squat and all of that. And there's plenty of room under the arm, around the neck, and so forth. Whereas the medium is much bigger. The medium is much bigger. And it feels more comfortable, right? Because, of course, it's too big, but that's only because I haven't adjusted it and made it tighter where I need it to be. But what I want to show you is that it goes much longer. And here again, here are my hips. And when I go and bend down, it kind of wants to fold. And so I realized that to me means that it's too large for me. I'm going to lay them side by side so that you can see them on the table, and then we'll move on. You can see that there is quite a bit of difference. So if I have the top, meet with the top, you can see that there's quite a bit of difference, a finger's worth on each side. This has quite a bit on this side, not as much on that side, so maybe it's not really centered. There we go. And then look at this. This is quite a bit, couple fingers worth, maybe a good inch. And so it definitely is a larger size, even though you can have the adjustments on the side. So just so you know that, and I just want to go back here to the Hypervest Pro, and let's just take a look at the name of the type of material that's on this one. So this one says that it is 59% polyethylene, 35% nylon, and 6% spandex. So, the material, that's a different feature here between the Pro and the Elite that you might want to consider. As far as cleaning, this is, well, all of them are hang dry. You can take the weights out of them and throw it in the washing machine and just hang dry, no dryer. You can certainly spot treat it and no bleach. This one says you can tumble dry low, which is really interesting. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, tumble dry low without the weight. But after you wear it, if it's sweaty or if it's wet or whatever, then you want to hang it to dry. And you know what? I do want to talk about that. I just tend to put mine down in the room after I take it off, and I don't really think twice about it. It's never been a problem. It doesn't smell or anything like that with the current one I'm using. But I think that if you are wearing this and you do work up a sweat, you do want to make sure that it gets a chance to air out. And then when you decide if and when that you want to put it in the washing machine, that's when you will want to take the weights out, wash it, dry it. I think I would still hang it to dry. I don't know. But it does say tumble dry, and then put it back together and you're good. So let's go back to this first one, the original one that we spoke about, talk about its material. And let me see there we go. So this one is nylon 55%, polyester 45%, and that's it. So you really, have a few choices with the material and with the weights. They do feel obviously different. This one actually feels, even though it's like double layered, it's got an insulation I can feel. It feels thinner than this one. But this also is textured. So you've got some choices here. So the only thing that I could really say that is listed here is just there's some safety, and we talked about that. Consult your doctor before beginning any exercise program. They say use this product at your own risk, inspect it for damage before use, and of course, stop exercising if you ever feel dizzy or you just have a shortness of breath or anything doesn't feel right. And that should just be with anything. So that's what they say, and that's what I say. And so for the rest, I think I'm going to go ahead and put on a vest, and then we're gonna talk about a couple other things. So let me just do this one only because it just happens to be sitting right here and easy to put on. So what I want to talk about a little bit is, hold on, are my ankle weights. These are my current ankle weights. And this is ankle weights that I've had for a very, very, very long time. They are half pounds. And I showed you that I have some of them in my current vest. Here they are. And they total 5 pounds each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds each, so 10 pounds. And I really like these because they do have this little piece here that you can be seen, you know, in the dark. It's a reflector. I like that you can take these out, right? I'm a real big fan of that. And I like that when you wrap it around your ankle, it goes all the way around the ankle, and it's got this nice big Velcro. But what's happening, because these are like over 20 years old, if you take a quick look, you can see that they're starting to really like deteriorate. Let me find, oh, here we go. See, you can see how it's just kind of starting to, the material is just like wearing out. And so I really need to find some new weights for my ankles. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you some that I went ahead and got, and we're gonna compare them. Let me grab those. Okay, and I also had bought some ankle weights that I returned, and I just got really frustrated with the first batch, and that's basically because they didn't wrap all the way around my ankle. It was so strange. Now maybe I should have kept them so that I could show you, but I just didn't want to waste anyone's time. So these are called, I don't even know what these are called. ZT Tenley? I don't know. Leave a comment and tell me how to say that. All right, this one comes with a bag, which is really nice. And let's take a look at the difference between this one and the one that I currently have. Well, the one that I currently have, it has the smaller increments, whereas this one does not. They're bigger. This has a Velcro, the same, and it is a nice thick Velcro. It's also got a way to like feed it through, and then there's Velcro here on the top that opens all the way up, and inside are some bags that have sand. So they're not weights. The material seems very thin, and I'm gonna have to see how many pounds. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so these are each 1 pound, whereas my current one is a ½ pound. Now, compared to the other one that I had originally tried, this is really great. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on. But before I do, I just want to tell you that when I first saw these, I thought, oh my goodness, look at how thick these are. Like if I have 2 of them next to each other, am I going to like rub my feet as I walk, versus this one, which I didn't really compare this before. So let's take a quick look. Yeah, so these are taller and they're just thicker, and these have a little more flexibility. I tried to see if they made these. They don't make these anymore. The ones that they do make, this SPRI, they're one of the ones that I returned because they're just not what they used to be. Anyways, let's go ahead, and I'm gonna lift my leg up here and put these on and show you that you just can feed it through, just like that. And I do like that you can adjust these, even though you can't adjust them, all the way down to the ½ pound, at least you can take them out. And then you just put these on like that. and you're ready to go. I like that I can still take my jeans or whatever pants and I can put it over if I'm walking around. And that's something that I do currently with my current one. I'm gonna go ahead on the other one and just compare. I'm just gonna show you. This is the same thing, right? I'm just gonna Velcro these. And so you can kind of see the difference. Another thing that I think is important is the same with the vest. I really like to be able to take the weights out and make it adjustable. So, are these my all-time favorite of what's available right now? Yeah, I think so. But again, I wish I could find one that has the smaller weights. And so I might keep looking for those. Let's just take a minute and talk about what they have in here. Let's just talk about them for a minute. Let's see what it says. Basically, yep, it just says hand wash only. Remove the sandbags before washing and control the temperature. To about 86 degrees. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder what happens if you wash them in 87 degrees. We're not going to find out. But that's this brand. And so the last thing that I want to share with you are some wrist weights. And I have these All Pro wrist weights, and these are actually fairly new. And I really like these. These are 1/5 of a pound, and they hold up to 2 pounds. And so let's just look at these for a minute. So these, you open up that way, it's Velcro. It Velcros here, and then look at that. I just love these. I wish that I could find these in the ankle weights, but last time I looked, I could not. And maybe I'll keep looking. And these just come right out. There you go. It's 1/5 of a weight. And so we have up to 2 pounds. And those are easy enough to Velcro on your hands. On your wrists, I mean. And there you go. And so I will link a link to these if they're still available, and you can check these out. But I want to show you the ones that I ordered because they're pretty neat. Let me grab them. Okay, so these, again, look at this. Again, I got the Hyperwear. Oh my goodness, apparently I'm a big fan. I'm not saying these are the only, brands that I like. It just so happened. So again, this one comes with a bag, which is really nice. And the bag came with the ankle weights. And then these, let's just take these out. And these are really, really fun. Look at this. So these are really a soft, smooth, adjustable weight right here. And I love that. It slides right up and down. And they're pretty cool. And you can just, whoa, hold on. You just wrap it around. It's always easier when you have somebody to help you, but hold on, I just want to adjust it a little bit better. There we go. Wrap it around, and there you go. Now, this is only 1 pound. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what it says here. So these are 1 pound each. You can't really add any more. I don't know if they sell these separately to add, even though there's room. So they're 2 pounds because they're 1 pound each, whereas this other one can go up to 2 pounds on each one, having 4 pounds, which I really like. But look at the difference in the width. It's a sleeker design and fit. It seems like it would wipe down easy. It says to clean it, you just wipe with a damp cloth or hand rinse and just let it completely dry. Do not machine wash these. That is a no-no. This says you can actually use this around your ankle. I didn't try that, but I guess so. So I just want to also say that at the time of this video, I am not sponsored by any of these products. I spent my own money to purchase these, and I'm really just sharing with you products that I think and believe would be good ones that I obviously will wear and choose. So just know that it's just my honest opinion, and I'm just trying to inform you about things that are important to me, that work for me, that might help you if you decide to purchase something. So I just also wanted to mention that I have been wearing each one of these for a couple of hours over the last few days, just to kind of see how they feel. And I just did want to mention that some of them, I could feel where the collarbone was on one side rubbed a little bit, and it wasn't anything that I could adjust, but I put on the larger medium right now, and I don't really feel that. So that's just something that I wanted to share with you. Also, if a weighted vest isn't something that's recommended, you could talk to your physician and talk to them about a weighted belt. Now, I don't own a weighted belt, but I do know that weighted belts are available, and they are basically a belt that you could put weights in, and it gives your hips and lower part, you know, some help in, and even the lower part of the back, some help with carrying the weight without pulling down on the tops of the shoulders. And some people that have spine issues, maybe it's recommended for them not to wear a weighted vest because you don't really want to compress the spine. So I just thought that I would share that with you as well. I'm going to link everything in the description so you can check it out yourself, and I will always continue to share with you any new finds or anything that I think is a good product that I'm willing to try, and my reasons for it. So I wish you all good health. I hope you eat your greens. And again, thank you for spending the time with me. Happy weighted vest wearing. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.